And what could we use it for? Well, as you can see, Trellis is an AI with latent 3D structure that basically takes an image, as you can see in its interface, and generates a 3D model asset from it. It's as simple as having a clean image, putting it here, and just running the program. It's that easy. And it'll create 3D models. As you can see here, we have many examples of what we could do and models this app has created. It's that simple, and that's what this app is for. As you see, this is the section we're interested in, image to 3D assets. As you can see, this is all I'll do, from text to 3D, images to 3D, to making asset variants in 3D and supposedly edit and manipulate these 3D models. Obviously many options are in testing, but this is what they want it to do. Where can we use and find Trellis? Well, to use this model we simply need to go to Hugging Face, which, as you can see on screen, is this community that lets us use AI models via code. In this app, we'll go to the Spaces section and search for Trellis in the search bar. And as you can see, it appears here. We'll enter Trellis and can immediately start using its interface, allowing us to quickly and easily use the program. So now you know how to use this application, and it's free too. How does the Trellis interface work? Well, as you can see on screen, this is the entire Trellis interface, and we'll go through each section step by step. Here we first have the section where we can add just one image from a single angle or multiple images. This way we can add multiple images with different angles and views, so it better understands our object and gives us all perspectives, not just guessing from one image what might be behind it. This is exciting as it's the future of modeling. We provide various angles and views for a detailed model exactly as we've requested. So these are the two main sections, but within these there are also others. First, we have these three here, which let us upload an image that we have on our desk, take a photo with our camera basically to capture an object we have, for example in real life, or paste from the clipboard. After this, the next series we had would be generation, which basically involves the seed. The seed is essentially how our model would start generating from what noise it would begin to generate to reach the final result. If we use a randomized seed, what happens is each time we generate, it'll start from a different point. So it'll be slightly different each time. If we want this and leave the seed as is, it'll always start from the same point, meaning the results would be very similar to each other. But we could manually change the seed. Basically, then we'd have the different stages, which are stage 1 and stage 2 first. We have stage 1, which is the structure generation. Here we set the guidance strength, which determines how faithful it is to our input model. The image we provide is used to start generating this initial structure, and we choose how many steps it should take. More steps improve the structure's quality but take longer to process. Higher guidance strength increases faithfulness. Lower values allow more creativity. Next is the latent structure, which is similar guidance. Strength here controls faithfulness to our input image. Amplitude stages set the steps for this phase. Finally, the multi-match algorithm or multi-diffusion creates more consistent, complex results, while stochastic generates more random creative outputs. You could say these are all the options available in this application for generating 3D models from images. Now you know how to use and adjust the interface, how to create your first 3D model from an image using Trellis with this guide. Well, that's what we're going to try. First, we're going to upload an image. I always love to test with this car model I have here. We'll leave the parameters as I've set them. Then we'll click generate. As you can see, it starts creating the 3D model asset. In no time, it has already created the asset. It even makes a video rotating it in all directions. So we can see how it's generated and how the model looks, with and without textures. If we like the result, we'll click extract GLB. It'll start the model extraction process. This process obviously takes a bit longer. As you can see, it has extracted the model. Here we can move it around as we like. Zoom in, out, and see how it turned out. Check the textures it has applied. If we like the result, as you can see, the final outcome is quite good. Pretty good, though the textures could obviously be improved. But the model itself is quite impressive for an initial version. Plus, look how smoothly it runs. See, I can move it without any lag, unlike many other programs. So this is how you could create your first 3D model, or begin your work this way with your 3D model. This can save you time or help you start generating 3D models. It's a simple, easy way if you've never done it before. Let's see how we can create 3D models from images taken at different angles and how this method can exponentially improve our 3D models. To do this, we'll go into Trellis and enter the multi-image section. We'll click on Place Images and upload them. I've selected 3 specific files and now it's processing them. As you can see, these are different angles of a Labrador Retriever and also with different, well, with these poses, okay? Now we'll generate this model using these 3 photos. We'll adjust everything, hit generate and start creating the model. What's the advantage of using 3 images? Well, we can be much more precise when making these models because we're showing how the dog looks from all angles. As you can see, it's already created the first sketch and model from this. We like the result, so we'll click Extract GNB. As you can see, it'll process and generate the GLB model. Now we're all set. Look, it's given us the GLB with the texture fully incorporated. As you can see, it's super accurate. Check out the legs and tail. It's not perfect, but improvable. There's a photo showing the tongue, so that part's a bit off, okay? Basically, try to keep the same pose. That's my advice, or you might get results like this. But it's a well-made model from the start, super accurate as it should be. This way you can greatly improve your 3D image creation. Look at the back view. It's literally identical to the photo. If not for this little mess up here, it'd be perfect. In fact, let's see if I can try something. After many attempts, as you can see, I've changed photos, angles and more. I tried to see if it looked better. After many tries, this was the best final result I got. To be fair, it was quite good from the start, maybe even a bit better initially. It does say it's an experimental algorithm that can help, but if you have detailed images, ones with good clarity, obviously the more details you provide, the better it works. With less detail, it might not work as well. So if you want to put in the effort, now you know how. How can we get Trellis and create models like these you see on screen? Well, we'll go to Hanging Face, this web app here, and head to the Spaces section. Here, we'll search for Trellis and enter it. Basically, we have 2 options inside Trellis. First, go to Files, where you'll find all the files you need to download to use this open source AI for generating objects from images. Or go to App, click on Trellis, and then go to Code. This will take you directly to the GitHub repo you need to install everything and get all the files that Trellis actually has, not just those in Hanging Faces file section. This way, you can download everything to your computer. It's that simple. Just do this and you can easily get the program locally.